I want to share with you a great recorded interview that I did earlier today with two of our Gopher Olympians, Lindsey Berg and David Plummer. In this interview, we talk about their family ties and how they got started in their sport. We talk about adversity and what each of them had to overcome to become an Olympian. Our first guest is Lindsey Berg. Lindsey is a Honolulu, Hawaii native. She played 4 years for the Gophers and was a 3-time All-Big Ten selection. She is currently ranked 4th in the Big Ten in all-time assists with 5,913. She played 9 years professionally, playing in Italy and Turkey. She is a 3-time Olympian who helped lead the U.S. squad to silver medals in 2008 and 2012. Her current passion is the Kore Project, which is to inspire, educate young athletes through the stories and experience of current and past college, professional, and national team players. Please welcome M Club Hall of Famer, Lindsey Berg. Our next guest is David Plummer. David is a Stormer Norman, Oklahoma native who in his senior year posted the fastest high school 100-yard backstroke in the United States. He swam 4 years for the Gophers, becoming a 14-time NCAA All-American in events, 8-time individual NCAA finalist, and would graduate with records in the 100 and 200-yard backstroke. In 2016, he became an Olympian at the age of 30, where he would win a bronze medal in the 100-meter backstroke in a time of 52:40, and also earn a gold medal for his heat swim in the 4x100-meter medley relay. Please welcome future M Club Hall of Famer, David Plummer.
Down there in lane 5, and David Plummer is finally gonna get there! Finally, after 4 long years, he can call himself an Olympian as he goes to the wall.
Tell us what you have been up to since graduation. So ladies first, Lindsey, you're up.
Right. Thanks for having me. So since graduation in 2001, I played professionally for the Minnesota Chill for 1 season. We won. We were based in Rochester, so it was an easy commute for me. And then I got invited to try out for the national team, and I made 3 Olympics from that point in time, 4, 8, and 12. Have 2 silver medals, which were incredible. We definitely should have gotten gold in the last one, but you know, with sports, anything can happen in that gold medal match. And within those years as well, I played 7 years in Italy and 1 year in Turkey professionally. Now I currently am in Los Angeles, and I'm a part owner of the gym Unbreakable Performance with Jay Glazer. And I just started, well, about 1.5 years ago, a digital platform for young volleyball players to educate and inspire them through the stories of current and past professional volleyball players. And here I am.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, David, you're up.
Right on. Well, yeah. So I've been I was lucky to compete for about 8 years professionally. Competed at 4 Olympic trials and missed the team 3 times and was lucky enough on my 4th try to make the team in 2016 and went on to win a gold as a member of the relay and then a bronze in the 100 backstroke, and just had an awesome experience being part of Team USA and getting to compete internationally was awesome. Just a dream come true to be on the Olympic team. So just had a blast competing, coaching, and I'm now working in our Leadership U program at the University of Minnesota and working with Premier Sports Psychology. So I'm having a blast since graduation. It's been a roller coaster of a ride, but I'm pretty happy to be where I'm at.
Well, both of y'all talked about the national team and having to make it, Lindsey, doing some research and reading one of your blogs when you talked about all your life where everyone looked at you and said, just a little too slow, not athletic enough, but you always seem to be the leader and to be the person that really set the tempo. Even you set records here, you set records at the national team. Talked about that inner fire that just helped you always prove the doubters wrong.
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to grow up in Hawaii where volleyball actually is a very big sport. And also my father played and my sister played. So I think just me starting at such a young age gave me, at least skill-wise, upper hand, even though maybe I wasn't the tallest or the fastest, or people would call me fat, didn't have the typical volleyball body type. I did have just the experience from starting at 7 and 8. So I had that inner confidence, at least, of my skill level and what I could do for a team. And so that kind of let me be confident within myself, even though I had all of these doubters, whether it was when I was getting recruited. Thankfully, Mike Hebert really, he trusted in me and wanted me to build the program with him. When some of the schools on the West Coast are like, oh, she's not 6'2", she's kind of short, fat, slow, all of these things. But I knew within that I had the skill and I had the fire and the passion and the leadership. And that's really what kept me going. And I just used all that back talk and all of that trash on the outside as just more motivation, chip on my shoulder. Always wanted to prove people wrong. And at the end of the day, I just always wanted to win. I was so competitive. So from within, I just would give everything I had to make my teammates better, to make myself better, and just grow with the people around me because they did trust me and they wanted to be there with me. So that was what meant the most to me.
Yeah. And David, I know when you stepped in the pool for your final go around, they were like father time. Talk about how you were able to excel in a young person's sport.
Yeah, I think that swimming for a long time, there just traditionally haven't been a ton of professional opportunities. So, there weren't those opportunities to continue on and much past college. And most of the top level athletes were in college. And if you weren't a gold medalist by the time you graduated, then there wasn't going to be much opportunity past that. So I was really lucky to have, the support of my wife and the support of really good friends and coaches that I worked with. That they helped me through the process. They helped me, find places to train. They helped me, find sponsors, things along those lines that just made it easy to continue going. Our sport is one that's just sort of getting into the professional ranks, and it's really fun to see. But you're right. I think I was the oldest first time Olympian for the swim team since like 1904 or something like that. And everybody on the team called me dad. So, but it was a really fun process, and you come at it a little bit differently, when you're 30 competing at that level. It's fun to step into those roles and be a leader and help people through the process, and be a rookie. I'm still learning from people that are 5 or 10 years younger than me on how they prepare and what they're doing to be at their best. So I felt like I was really lucky to have the career that I did. And, for me, the big thing that paid off at the end, I still think was, becoming a dad and wanting to do things for your kids and to prove to them that there's no limits on what you're capable of. I think that was a really big motivator for me towards the end. And I was lucky that it all paid off.
Well, that's cool. I know both of you have talked about family and having a family connection. Dive in a little deeper of that connection to your sport and to your love, and this opportunity to throw out some shout outs to the family that got you going.
Well, my dad, yeah, like I said, my father was a volleyball coach and volleyball player, and he played pretty much his whole life, even up to, I think he stopped at 55 and played in like the nationals, adult nationals and stuff. So I grew up on the beach. He played beach volleyball. I was with him and his best friends, always on the beach, had a volleyball in my hand as soon as I was born, probably, and just really started to play with him and got into it at 7 and 8 years old. And I started playing pretty competitively, I'd say at 9 or 10 years old. And sometimes he was my coach and sometimes he wasn't. He wasn't always my coach and didn't follow me through all the way through high school and so on and so forth. So that actually, I think, helped a lot that he wasn't always on me. I definitely had lots of his friends that were my coaches as well. And he was always at the second coach if he was not the first one. But I always tell him that we need to go on this tour of how to be like a father-daughter, because I think there's a lot that goes on right now with sports and being really pressured into picking one sport these days, and private lessons when you're young and not playing other sports. And my dad, even though he was so into volleyball, somehow was able to be supportive and not too much pressure. I mean, I could handle this pressure. I'm sure to other people it was a lot, but still be a supportive dad and not too much pressure. And I think somehow he just nailed it, how he balanced that, of even when he wasn't my coach, of how he handled that. Yes, the other coaches got some emails and some letters about their coaching, but I feel sorry for them, but I think he did a really good job. And I loved the game so much. I never felt pressured to play the game, and I just loved it. And my sister played, and she was 3 years older than me. She's now a volleyball coach. And we definitely come from a volleyball family, along with the rest of my family that's younger than me. The Crab brothers are trying to go for the Olympics on beach. Those are my cousins. I've had like a lot of people in my family play volleyball. So it was really easy to continue going because we had so much support. My grandmother, she's turning 100. She went to every game, I swear, most of them in Minnesota. It was a little far, but then after that, she came to Italy, she came to Turkey, she went to each Olympics. So it really allowed me to continue to go and play longer, because I was also giving my family those experiences to come and watch me. So definitely I couldn't have done it without my family, all of them, but my dad, it was definitely a very, he was my idol. He was my backbone and my guy.
Is that where the killer jump serve came from? Was the sand?
No, I don't think my dad jump served. The sand didn't help me at all, to be honest.
David, she has a nasty. I mean, like, in baseball they have like a knuckleball. She does it back row, but it has the heat on it. It is. I've seen her make folks run and hide behind people, not to have to return the serve.
Get after him. I like it. No, that's super cool. Yeah. So I was really lucky. We were just pool rats growing up. My grandfather, he was a swimmer for his unit in the Navy, and my mom and her brother swam, just sort of recreationally growing up. But my mom taught swim lessons, so we were just in the pool all the time. I think I was taking lessons when I was like 18 months with my mom, and then we were just always around the pool. So I was a member of the team at 5 just because I was there. Why not? So they really just kind of threw me in. But for us, it was a lot of fun. I had 2 older brothers that swam, and they really kind of they paved the way. My oldest brother had a great high school career. Next brother went on to swim for the University of Minnesota, and I really credit him with, he kind of developed my work ethic. It really kind of came from him, because he pushed himself really, really hard, and he had high expectations of me, and I really give him a lot of credit for that he kind of put the pressure on me and pushed me to be as good as I could be. And we probably weren't going to college if it wasn't for getting a scholarship and going to swim. So that was a really big deal, and I think my brother set that up for me, and I was able to kind of take advantage of my talent because I learned from them. So it was just a really cool opportunity and changed the course of my life for sure. always joke that I'd be working in a gas station in Oklahoma still if I wasn't a swimmer. So I'm pretty thankful for the career I got to have, and a big piece of that was my family and following my brothers growing up.
Well, I just want to thank both of you. You're two of my favorites. Like I told Bobby and JB, next time I see you, dinner is on me. Thank you again. I hope to see you in Minneapolis. Lindsey, I know when it gets warm. And then David, I hope to see you soon as well.
All right. Thank you, Q.
Yeah, thanks, Lindsey.
David.